Queridos amigos, pues para Televisa, Canal 3, estamos aquí con el señor Olmos, director de esta película tan importante que abrió el festival. And I'm going to say it in English so you can understand. Thank you very much. And for everybody from Televisa, I'm going to interview the director of the movie that opened the festival. Can you tell me a little bit about the movie?
Absolutely. Philly Brown is the title, and it's a wonderful little film that we did last year. It's about a young girl and who's a talented musician. She's a talented rap artist, and it's about her journey. It's about her family, really. It's about the fact that her mom's in prison, and she's really trying desperately to help the mother get out of prison. And at that same time, she gets the opportunity to launch her career. So she has to decide between her career and her family. And it's what she does to sort of resolve that and bring her family back together. And the mom stars JENNI RIVERA.
Yeah, me personally, I really love the movie, and I would love, because of JENNI RIVERA and because of you, I would love in Mexico for the movie to be really. Are you guys projecting the movie in Mexico, or are you guys talking to somebody? Because I guess millions of people literally are going to see the movie if they haven't.
Yes, we would love to premiere it in Mexico. We haven't had that discussion. We're doing. We're right now working on the marketing release for the U.S. with their distributors in Domina, but we definitely want to do Mexico. It's a big market. It's Jenny's hometown. My dad, he's from L.A. He's born in L.A., but our grandparents, his parents are from Mexico City. So there's a lot of history there. We want to take it back to Mexico. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's a great movie. It's about Latinos. It's about people that has a lot of problems and the way how they try to solve them and all that. Tell me more about how you found JENNI RIVERA, which happens to be one of the most important stars in the singing industry in Mexico and the United States.
Well, yeah, that's a lot. Well, I'll give you the short version. Our music producers had a contact to Jenny. And it just turns out that my little sister goes to the same school as I think Jenny's son. And my father, Edward, would see Jenny all the time when they're dropping off the kids. And we're like, oh, hey, how are you? But they never really spoke. And so we got Jenny's number, and he called her up and said, Jenny, we love your work. We'd love for you to consider this acting role. And she said, of course, I'll read it. Because it's coming from him, I'll take a read. And the rest is history.
It's a wonderful story. You want to direct Jenny again?
I would love to direct Jenny again. She's amazing. I'll say one thing about Jenny. We all know what a wonderful person she is, just as a person. How she's so giving and how she gives so much to her fans, and how talented she is as a singer and a performer. And it was great because when she came into the role, she said, I've never done a movie before. I've been looking for something. And I am a performer, but I do not want to disrespect the craft of acting, and I did not want to disappoint my fans. So I want to do this right. And she really committed 100%. She gave us a lot of free time. She worked with us. She worked with the other actors on rehearsal. And she really gave 100%. And you could see it in the performance. I mean, I think she... it's an Academy Award level performance. I think she really came into the game, with this role, with this film in a really strong way, and we had that response at Sundance also.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about you. How do you direct? What kind of director you are? And tell me your future. What do you want to be?
I guess my aesthetic is a simple one. I share it with my dad. I've observed this aesthetic from him and from his mentors, Robert M. Young, who's who's 88 years old, an amazing filmmaker. You guys should, if you don't know who he is, check out his work. And that's very simple, and which is to really find the truth in a story. It's all about story. You could tell a story about a guy in a bat suit, but really, what's the psychological truth of that? And Christopher Nolan does that in the Dark Knight series. It's that same aesthetic. It's finding truth, finding that seed of psychological truth in a story, and really that becoming the core of how you approach a material. now it still has the same, it still has the plot, and it still has action, and it's whatever the genre is, and that's there, that never goes away, but that all has to serve the story and that psychological truth. And I think you see it in her film. One of the things that's great is that the musical sequences in Philly Brown propel the story forward. We never sort of segue out to do music and then come back in. It's always pushing the story forward, and I think that's my approach. It's you know, pushing our story forward.
Congratulations. You want to tell? You want to talk to the Mexicans about the movie? You want to recommend your movie? You want to say something now that we are here?
Yes, I would say, well, to everyone, you know, please come and see our movie. We really need your support. You know, we did it. There's a lot of things that we get offered, but we really want to do some films for the community, and films that sort of resonate and tell our stories. And so we did this film for you, and we need you to not only go support Spider-Man and these movies, but also support these little films that we're trying to do. Because if we could break our market open with one of our stories, it'll be a game changer for all the other filmmakers out there trying to do the same thing.
I think it's a big movie.
I think it could be. Yeah, with your support, it could be.
Yeah, well, I really loved it. I love JENNI RIVERA. I love your actors, your actresses. I love the guy doing the lawyer, which happens to be your father. And it's a wonderful movie. Congratulations.
Thank you so
It's a wonderful movie. Pues amigos, yo soy Felix Castillo, esto es Televisa, Canal 3, y estamos aquí con el señor Olmos, director de esta importantísima película.